Welcome to Hear Our Story, the podcast where first-generation Palestinian voices take center stage. I'm Elias.
And I'm Janice Farhat.
Together, we're sitting down with family, friends, aunts, uncles, and yes, all your cousins too, so we can share the rich, complex stories of growing up between two worlds, the land that gave us life and the one that lives forever in our hearts.
They are not just our stories. They're stories that will feel familiar, maybe even like your own. So grab some coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into these conversations that are as enlightening as they are entertaining.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hear Our Story. Today's guest is a familiar voice, a true fixture of the Ramallah Club in the St. George community. It's not unusual for him to start his days before the sun comes up. His job requires early mornings, yet like so many dedicated volunteers before him, he still finds time to help manage the club in countless ways. Checking in to make sure the grounds are in good shape, meeting with vendors and repairmen, and lending a hand in the day-to-day operations of what we call our home. He's served on the board, mentored the youth, led as president, co-chaired numerous projects, including most recently the incredibly successful capital campaign. The list goes on. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Issa Odeh to today's episode of Hear Our Story. Welcome, Issa.
Thank you both. I want to graciously thank Janice and Alex for having me do this. This is very inspiring, and I love this. Even from the first episode, I texted y'all and said, "This is awesome. Keep it going." So,
Thank you, Issa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's a lot of fun.
You have been a wonderful supporter from day one. Thank you so much. It's great to have you. As you know, if you're a listener, we always like to start with your family background. Please tell us your parents' names, your grandparents, your hamula, and the story of how your family immigrated to the States.
Sure. My dad is Odeh. My mom is Hiam Odeh, and their parents were Saliba and Miriam Elias. My mom's side and my dad's side was Issa and Jamila Odeh, and they immigrated from Ramallah to the United States here. And my dad came over about 1964, 65, and then to Jacksonville. My mom came over a couple years later. He came to Birmingham and she came into Jacksonville. So that's how they immigrated to the United States, to two different cities. Also, my hamula is Darbrahim.
Now, everyone in the community knows about your deep, some might say borderline obsessive love for the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. But not everyone knows the reason behind it. But you were actually born in Alabama, as you just said, and your family later settled here in Jacksonville. And I know your father passed when you were young, but his legacy clearly continues to guide you. How do you feel that part of your story, your family's move, and your father's influence helped shape the person you've become?
This is a great question. Thank you. First of all, it's not borderline obsessive.
No, I think Alex was being gracious.
Yeah.
It is not borderline, but we want to be very careful to all our family in Birmingham, right?
Exactly.
So, like I said, my dad immigrated to Birmingham. My mom immigrated to Jacksonville, and they got married in 1975. A year later, I was born in Birmingham, along with my sisters. We're all born in Birmingham. My dad did pass away when I was 10 years old, and before he passed away, he wanted my mom to be with her family and us in Florida, so that's why we moved here, and he passed away in Jacksonville not too much longer after that. But the saying goes, like, when you're born in Alabama, you have a choice. It's Alabama or Auburn. There is no in between. And I do have cousins there that are from Auburn, but to this day, I still think they're adopted. But that's where my love for Alabama came from. My dad being a fan, and from what I can remember, and all my family over there, watching the football games in Legion Field was literally blocks away from where we lived, and you could hear the crowd. And I've been to one game when I was younger, and I vaguely remember. So,
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful memory you carry from your childhood.
Absolutely.
And so it still carries your heart.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that, Issa. So, with that being said, growing up in America, did you have pressures between the two cultures, being an Arab, but being raised in America?
It wasn't difficult, really, because when I first moved here, I went to this public schools with my cousin Robert, and they always thought of us as one of them. They made jokes, called us like camel riders and this and that. They had that jokiness, but they understood we're one of them. We played football with them. We played games with them. It wasn't difficult, but we did explain a lot of things to them. Explain our culture, what we do, the food, really. So it wasn't bad at all, honestly.
So the food was kind of like the one thing that connected you to them.
Yes, absolutely.
What were some of your earliest memories of the Ramallah Club? Maybe the youth club or some of your very first events here?
Honestly, when I moved here, I wasn't involved with I didn't know about the Ramallah Club, honestly. When I was like 10 years old, 11, my dad just passed, so it was like we really didn't do that much. Then I started meeting new cousins that I've never, because we didn't travel here very much. So in the 10 years I was living in Birmingham, so I got introduced to a lot of new cousins, and I do remember several picnics were coming here. I remember the long extension cord on that phone out in the hallway that it rang one time, and I picked it up and I walked 35 feet, I think, and it still kept going. So
Yes, yes, that is no exaggeration. Yeah.
So then I started getting more involved after that. It's like, man, this is my family. I love this. So from our first picnic where I was asked to do the grill, and God rest his soul, Nabil Ruka, 5 minutes into it, pushed me out the way and said, Habibi, you're doing it wrong. So I'll never forget it. So,
That is a Nabil style.
Yeah.
God bless him. He was amazing.
yeah. So a lot of good memories here, and that's where it all began.
Wow.
I mean, we didn't have one in Birmingham that I can remember. They had a small one back then, but again, I moved here when I was young, so this is where I got introduced to a Ramallah Club. So it was awesome.
You immediately connected to the club.
Oh,
You could
absolutely.
see.
Haven't left since.
Oh, absolutely. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
So kind of back to what the previous question was. So when you were with your friends outside of family, how did you overcome those stereotypes? You talked about the food. Was food like the one connection you talked about? And did you use that as a teaching moment? What were those teaching moments?
Just explaining our culture, what we do, our traditions as far as weddings, and they could not believe, like when me and my cousin Robert had a graduation party. We graduated together. We've been through middle school and high school together. And when we had a graduation party, we had hundreds of people there, and they were like, who does that? And we had it at the Omni Hotel.
Okay, hold on just a minute, Issa. And I'm assuming Robert Elias.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys had a high school graduation party, hundreds of people, and you had it at the Omni Hotel.
Yes. Okay. In the ballroom.
In the ballroom.
Yeah, so the American friends were like, who does that? Ours was.
You had a band, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Odeh band?
Honestly, I can't remember. Yeah, honestly, I can't remember. But like, we went to Ryan Steakhouse for my graduation party, and they're like, we went to the Omni. so they thought we're one of them, but
Over the top.
over
Yeah.
the top.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. Honestly, if somebody had a high school graduation party at a hotel with hundreds of people, that's over the top, Issa. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
we got to do it big.
Yeah. You would go big or go home, right?
My Uncle Edward said, we're celebrating because we didn't think y'all would graduate.
That sounds right. That's funny. Now, do you remember your first AFRP convention?
I do. I thought about that. Like on the last convention, like when did I first go? And I was talking to my wife about it and all that. But we went back I think it was 91.
Ooh.
Or
Wow.
90. It was here in Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Downtown.
Several years before
Yes.
I graduated. I think it was at the Omni. wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it
So
was.
Before I graduated, it's one of my first ones. Really, it's like, this is cool. So a couple years later, Jad and I, my cousin Jad and Nia, we went to San Francisco. We flew out there. My first time flying to San Francisco, just me and him. I was like, this is good. We're going to keep doing this. So, and now my kids love it.
That's
Awesome.
wonderful. You're carrying on that tradition.
So it was a great, just meeting new people, meeting family you never met before. Every year I still meet someone that I'm related to your mom, your dad, your cousin. I'm like, geez.
From all over the country.
Yeah,
No idea.
It's a great tradition we need to keep doing.
Issa, have you ever been to Ramallah?
I have not. We were planning to go several years ago when a convention was in Ramallah in 2018, but we decided our boys were still too young to travel that far away for several weeks, and they were like 8 and 10 years old.
Sure.
So we passed on that. Then we were all on board, flights ready to go to Ramallah for the next convention several years ago. Then the war started and they canceled it, and that's when Jacksonville took it over. But really bummed about it because I've never been, and I definitely still want to go to this day, me and my wife, and I'm going to take my boys there to see the land over there, see everything what we live for. I mean, we're fighting for them over there. Well, I'm gonna go see what we're fighting for. So
Absolutely.
everybody talks highly of it, and funny stories. Everyone, like when I meet new people and who's your dad at conventions, who's your mom, and it's like, oh, I used to live next door to them, and everyone lived next door to everybody over there. So it amazes me how small the city was, and everyone was crammed up in there. So like if you needed some homeless, you just hand out the window and grab it from the other window. So
how big is Ramallah?
Yeah, how
really?
big is Ramallah? Even though it's so small, how big is it? So it like I see pictures all the time. I watch. People think I may be crazy, but I watched. There's a Ramallah Life video feed.
Yes.
Ramallah Square
on Instagram.
Yeah, I just happen to just watch it sometimes when I'm doing work to say, hey, what's going on and this and that. Like, so I'm really invested. I really wanted to go there, and inshallah we'll go there one day.
Inshallah, Issa. Inshallah.
So,
We agree. We agree. And you are married to the wonderful Shadia.
I am.
You are. How long have you been married?
This July will be 20 years.
Congratulations. How did you guys meet?
Believe it or not, in Birmingham, she grew up in Birmingham. Her dad and my dad were best friends.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, so when my father-in-law met Auntie Odeh and brought him to Birmingham to introduce her to people, we went to my dad's house, the first house he went to. So they played cards together, they hung out, they went to the swap meets together. So, but we had mutual cousins on different sides of the family, and
Sure.
I would see her at different events, weddings and all that, and we just started hitting it off. Also, I want to mention that Alex was a groomsman in our wedding almost 20 years ago, since he's my first cousin.
Wow.
And you have 2 children?
2 beautiful boys, Nicholas and Anthony, but Nicholas's real name is Odeh. We go by his middle name for my dad.
Wonderful.
So, but yes.
You honor your father that way as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful. And I've spoke to Alex about this, and I know we've spoken about this. I commend you both because you are both committed to raising your children not only in the church but at the club. You both are very strong about this. Talk to us about this commitment, why it's important to you both.
Very, very happy that they're involved, and no pushback for being altar boys at church. Both of them are. They do their job. They're out. I mean, Nicholas is the head altar boy back there. So he's like the captain. So he's now teaching other
Mentoring.
Kids.
Oh,
mentoring.
wow. You must be very proud.
And being involved with the club, Nicholas was president of the youth. Anthony was treasurer. So they're involved, and you got to have both in your life. I mean, especially the club, but church, you got to have faith in your life in order to, like Shadi and I were having this conversation, like we see kids on the news doing certain things, like they need God in their life. They need church, and just it keeps that balance. It keeps them like going down the right path. Like I tell them, it's like you always got to do good. You want to leave this world, hand it back better than you came in with it. So like I like this saying that Tim McGraw has in one of his songs. It says, "Don't judge me by my possessions, but judge me by how many headlights are in my procession." So like you just want to give back to your community, your city, the world, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're doing a very good job of it.
No, I would say so.
Very well said.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of them.
You should be.
Mm-hmm.
They're wonderful young men.
Now, as the de facto club manager, you and Sandra Farhat.
You're chuckling, but this is true.
It's
This
very
is your
true.
title.
It's 100%
right?
true.
Yes. Whether you like it or
Unfortunately, it is.
yeah, I mean, who do we text? Who do we call?
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Exactly. You and Sandra Farhat, along with your committee, took on the massive challenge of fundraising for the Capitol campaign. And thanks to your leadership, the club now has a state-of-the-art ballroom. You're very driven, very determined. It was obvious you could see what the club could become. What was behind that drive and determination?
Just as you know, the club needed it. I mean, we were putting Band-Aids on every single month on certain things, and Sandra volunteered to be chairperson of the fundraising committee. And I think you said that I volunteered. I didn't. She may do it.
Seems to happen a
Sandra,
lot around
if you're
here.
listening to this podcast, please know you did not coerce Issa.
No.
I was there. Yeah.
She asked for my help, and I really need it. I was like, absolutely. So we boots on the ground, and we went asking everybody. I mean,
Yes.
people called for certain things. I was like, what are you going to give me for the capital improvement? So And you see it. I mean, this club is amazing. I mean, we get nothing but compliments now.
Absolutely.
Our revenue is increasing. Our rentals are skyrocketing. So it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Took it to another level.
Amen.
Completely new level.
Completely new building, something to be very, very
I
proud of.
thank everyone on that committee, all of our volunteers, the members who donated, members who helped with their time, donated their time. So a lot of sweat equity in this club. So
That is for sure. That is for sure. Issa, what makes you proud about being a Palestinian?
just the history, the heritage, how we treat people, our work ethics. I mean, like I tell my boys, I mean, nothing's like going back when my dad passed away when I was 10, like I became the father of the house at 10 years old. So like I had to help take care of my mom, single lady with 4 kids. So I helped my sisters, helped them with schooling, helped them financially, mentally, I mean, everything. So we stuck together. We're very close. We're still close to this day. But that's what being a Palestinian, you just give a shirt off your back to someone who needs it. And I rarely say no to people, like no matter what it is, church here, it's hard to say no because someone asks me for something, I feel like they really need it, so I need to give it to them.
Mm-hmm. It's part of your nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
In building on that, you and Shadia have raised your sons to be proud of their culture and heritage. Have they ever had opportunities to share that pride or teach their friends about Palestine?
Absolutely. Nicholas, and they both wear their Palestinian charms with their crosses, and people ask him that. Nicholas, where he works, like customers say, "Hey, you're Palestinian. I see that. That's awesome." But they do teach their, I won't say teach, but like inform their friends, because their friends always ask. They see what's going on in the news. I mean, they're on TikTok and Snapchat all day long, so they get news before we get them. And they explain it to them. They explain our culture, what we do, and no one's giving them backlash about anything. They don't make fun of them about anything, like if any of that. I mean, it's funny. It's like all their friends call me Baba. Like, 'cause they call me Baba. So like, hey Baba, like they don't know what else to say. So like that's cool.
Awesome.
I'm okay with it.
Term of endearment, for sure.
So they know they love it.
Awesome.
Issa, when you were president, did you have a signature event? What year were you president, by the way?
2015.
10 years ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago.
That's amazing. Did you have a signature event or a project that you want to highlight? And second question, what advice would you have to a future president?
Or a current one?
Well, Alex is on the tail end, but
yeah.
That's a third question. Yeah. What do you have, signature event, advice for a current president and a future president?
All right. So my signature event, we brought the National Arab Orchestra here for the first time to Florida.
Beautiful.
It was a great event. We had close to 200 people, if I can remember.
I was at that event. And it was beautiful.
It was very, very nice.
Very successful.
At that event, we had the standard picnics, but we had the Monte Carlo night. We had Christmas party. We had a lot of good things. And during that year, I had the highest membership that year, like close to 510. I think 509. Wow. So we're trying to get back there again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there.
If you're listening and you didn't pay your dues, it's
not too late. That's right.
Yeah.
And we're always accepting money for capital improvement.
There you go.
Put that little plug in.
Absolutely. Anytime.
But just like Alex, I mean, I told him from day one, we're here to support him no matter what. Any future presidents, we would love for you to be involved with the club. This is your home. This is your second home. We're all family here. I mean, no one gets paid to do anything here. We're all volunteers. You got to care about it. I mean, you get out what you put into it. So any advice, like for Alex, is just stay involved. Just continue to help.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And help mentor other kids. I mean, my boys are in the youth. Soon they're going to be.
Oh yeah, before
tables,
you know it.
At these boardroom tables.
Yeah. Oh, before you know it. Yes.
They want to. And Nicholas is like, how old do I have to be? I was like,
But that's
Amazing.
great.
Awesome.
You've done a good job. If your sons are already wanting to take positions in the board as officers, this is the sign that we want. Yeah.
Absolutely. It makes me proud seeing all these other kids. I mean, we have a lot of kids in the youth group, which is amazing. They love what they do. They love helping. they fight to run that cash money register at the drink table. Like, they want to be in charge.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. So,
Leadership skills. That's great.
Absolutely.
Great advice.
And
Issa.
that is the great thing about this club, is that you feel the warmth and the support of past presidents like yourself and like Janice. So I felt that all year. So thank you guys both for that.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
No, I just want to thank you both for inviting me to do this. This was truly amazing. It's a great thing you're doing. I hope you continue to keep doing it. Y'all need to find someone to interview YouTube. Like, no, seriously. I mean, you're hearing everybody else's story. We need to hear your story. But this is great. But just continue to do good in this world and be involved with the club, be involved with the church. But that's about it.
Thank you, Issa.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Issa.
much.
It's been an honor to have you on Hear Our Story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Hear Our Story, a podcast dedicated to first-generation Palestinian Americans. Special thanks to the Ramallah American Club of Jacksonville and to the production team of Joy Bete Freha, Alex Elias, Janice Farhat, and Chris Farmand. Hear Our Story can be found on all podcast platforms. We look forward to bringing you our next story.